Yeah. What would definitely like to see what the team can do. I mean, trying to think here when you look back. I mean, I guess like 3D Max was like the big Finnish team that they had, which guys like Standa and Zart were a part of back when they were with like Natu and Disturbed and such, and that was kind of the team that actually, you know, did some things. I'm pretty sure that's the team I was talking about earlier that had that one good land showing where they had like eliminated a team earlier than expected. I think it was like a Mouse Sports team or something like that. So, you know, there's some pedigree here for some of these guys. I'm just curious to see like how far it actually goes. I guess that's kind of my big question.
Well, we're all on the journey together now. Here we are in the pistol round of Dust 2, and starting off on the T side, that's Yuho, Zart, Sunny, Alu, and Standa, and they've got that mid control. They're going to work their way either out mid or up at the catwalk. On the A site here for Penta on the CT side, we got Mike S down at long. Felix, he's replacing Tabson. Crystal also make an appearance on that A site, and your B players will be David P and Tassin. Mike S is the one to make contact first and down immediately. Felix, though, from car, able to get 2, so that's a nice way to start things off.
Yeah, again, we didn't really see ENCE playing any T side yesterday, but they're going to start on the T side here on Dust 2, and they will actually get the bomb plant, but they're definitely in a tough spot. You got Penta with 4 men still up, looking to make this retake happen. Tossin is low on HP, but everyone else is fairly healthy, and they're just going to start charging up the A ramp, but Standa being able to find one, but unfortunately that's going to be all. And we are going to see Penta then be able to come in here and get this bomb defused, but ENCE will be able to use that plant to get a full purchase in round number 3. So, somewhat something positive coming out the round, but it's not the victory.
Yeah, and a good start for Felix, who's kind of an unknown factor within the Penta lineup right here. 3 massive kills as they were running up on catwalk, pretty much secured the round for them, but like I said, bomb is down, so ENCE most likely going to go for the full eco here, maybe a P250 and flash here and there on some of the richer players, but will just be going for their which it usually is round 3 advantage when ENCE can pull out the AKs, which will still be going against, you know, maybe Mike S keeps his MP9. Crystal most likely keeps the scout.
Donda even has an option for an AWP next round, even the way he's saving. So something to think about as well, especially if they can try to get this bomb plant. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. They've already gotten completely shut down here. Nate's coming in, and yeah, Penta just cleaning this up. Not a problem for them, but we will go on to the opening gun round. Standa, and is he really going to go glass cannon is going to be the question, though. Or are they just going to AK up and just going to get utility and just go for it? Yeah, nope, Standa
going
glass
glass. Which is the better call. I mean, like, you could throw the op and have Alu have it, but then having a rifle in CSGO without armor is just absolutely useless. Yep. So it does make more sense to go for the glass op, and especially on Dust 2 where you just have this alley in middle, and boom, op out already. Mike S paying the price. David P got the lower, but he's known. He will smoke. So utility gone and fall back to safety. Or Willie, there's maybe a bit of a gap kind of there to exploit into lower B.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to back off, though, and Zart is going to go ahead and start pushing out here into mid. Alu's still holding outside long A bomb on Standa, who are just holding top mid, Sunny in the B tunnel. So just kind of your classic default now set up right now for ENCE on the B side. You did see Zart actually kind of push outdoors for a second, kind of check it out, but quickly backed up. And now we do see them gathering up several players here in B tunnels right now. Not sure this is going to lead to any hit or if they're still eventually going to traverse. I mean, it's so hard to read. I mean, once you have mid control like this as Terror, you can really just go so many different directions from it. So we'll have to kind of sit back and see what ENCE wants to do. Gotta worry about this cat aggression, though.
Okay, here we go. Yuho finds the entry here. Tassin trying to hold on with this. Famas can't get anything done. Yuho double entering there on the catwalk. Now just Crystal. Does have a jump scout to maybe exploit some of the elements of Dust 2 with, but Yuho is just unstoppable. David P is gone. Yuho says, I'm a killing machine. Crystal, where are you? He finds him. He shoots him in the face. 4K for Yuho. And I mean, Penta kept the 2 rounds off the start here.
Yeah, I mean, after they got that opening pick with Standa there at middle, it's just all Yuho from that point forward. It's, you know, there's 2 guys from Penta actually pushing Cat. He kills both those guys, and he just drops down the CT spawn, catching a player off guard there, finds the 3rd, and then ends it with the 4th. So, I mean, just really big round from there. I'm actually going to see kind of a boost. Oh, Standa! Holy shit!
How did he know that they were? I mean, seeing that smoke down, thought maybe they'd go for that sort of cheeky boost to see over. Alu gets past that Molotov at long, but his teammates didn't. He had no support. Tassin takes him down. So 4-on-4. Tassin is pretty low.
Yeah. So, I mean, at least Penta being able to somewhat recover and grab a kill and even it back up, that's still going to favor ENCE here, as they are, again, setting up over here towards the catwalk. They're going to have Standa with the AWP working up here with Huho, who's going to be coming out first. Felix and Tassin have just had to give it up. They're just going to be playing long A, just waiting to play retake, waiting for Mike S and David P to rotate over here. So free plant for ENCE, and they'll be able to plant for Cat and keep Huho and Zart there, and Sunny could even fall back. So it's basically a good plant in the exact post-plant positioning you would want to have with the catwalk plant. And they're going to re-smoke Cat, so this is going to be hard.
They're also going to go for the boost on that box. So it should give him an advantage in any situation. That smoke going to last for a pretty long time as well. Even with the new 40-second bomb timers, Penta now, clock getting pretty low. Felix, though, really nice shot. He's been really strong pistol round and now on this retake from that position, hitting people on the catwalk. The man's aim's on point, but here getting double peeked on the catwalk. Zart will bring him down. Tassin off by Standa, who's now just playing at the wood boxes, and of course bomb planted for Cat. And they need to get out of here.
So unfortunate, the only kit...
It's going down.
Now check this, so...
Standa dies.
So they put a smoke down on the fire so they could try to defuse inside the smoke, but the only kit the team had fell down outside the range of the smoke. So they had to push out of the smoke to try to go grab the kit, and they just got ripped by Standa's op. So that was kind of crazy situation that took place there, and now it's tying it up 2-2, and now they have Penta on pretty much a full save, short of a flash and P250 from Felix, and it's just going to be an all-out B-rush.
Yeah, they know that only 2 cross. Standa was spotting that. They are expecting the economy to be low. Yuho saving, probably might have actually saved the life of whoever was taking point out the doors. I think it was either Sunny or Alu, but Yuho just explosive so far on this Dust 2 map. He is 8-2 right now.
He's just chasing some more.
Look at him already. Opens B, is already at A, shooting at more people.
Just trying to get as much money out of that MAC-10 as he can. I mean, it already paid for itself with the 2 kills he got. Looking to see if he could even make a profit off of it. Didn't quite do so. But, I mean, ENCE close out the round, no problem. 3-2. So, even though they lost the pistol, as soon as they could get that 3rd round bye, they have been on point. So, good job by them. But now Penta will be back to making a full purchase, and this will be kind of ENCE's next real big test. Or maybe not. I'm seeing a deagle come out. Yeah, they're just going to pistol up again. Because they want to make sure they can get their... Maybe they're going to try to go for double out themselves, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know who else would take it.
I'm not sure.
Obviously, Crystal... I want to say David P might be the other offer. I can check on that real quick, actually.
We do already have Sunny inside the smoke outside long. Everyone else is going to be top
not
mid.
David P.
And so Huo going to be leading again. Seems to be kind of taking entry for this team. Again, we didn't really see him play T-side, so we're kind of learning about him now. It seems like Huo's really been wanting to take charge, but he will get taken out by Tassin. His team not able to trade either. The smoke comes out, prevents them from being able to get in there and take Tassin out, so they're just going to be a man down.
Yeah, so a good start to this pistol force buy. Potential to win it always. Those CT force buys are very scary. And it looks like Mike S. Should have known. Capital S, last letter of your name, you're probably an opper.
Does make sense.
Alright, here's ENCE, though, starting to bring it back. Smoke's on the cross. Crystal, though, did get a read onto where Sunny was going. Smoke blooms, but Crystal able to take him out. Zart burning Felix alive, shooting him a little bit, too. Crystal eating some grenades. Probably heard the damage. They got to know he's here. Oh, gosh. I hate to see the jumping shots actually connect, because it's something that shouldn't exist, but he nearly took that bomb out from ENCE. 2-on-2 now. No armor will be the downfall of Mike S. David P, though, with a chance, has an op. We'll see him with it on this round, at least, as he goes for this. If he knows they're low, might be better off using that 5-7.
Or saving this thing would be the other really good option. Saves you a whole heck of a lot of money for Crystal next round. Especially if you want to try to go double op. Now you can for free. Well, not for free. It still costs you 1 op, but the second one's free. Yeah, he will just go ahead and back off.
Yeah, they're trying to push him. I wonder if Alu... He's probably going to check pit first. Looks like he did based on the mini-map. Just to make sure he's not down there. They wanted to go for that kill.
So now there's no doubt in my mind Penta will double op this next round. How foolish I will look if they don't.
ENCE, I mean, based on their saving pattern, it kind of did look like they were going to do that. Alu and Standa could do it as well. And yeah, here we go. Crystal and Mike S picking up the ops. Just Standa. Again, he is that primary opper for ENCE. But when they have the money and the opportunity, him and Alu both pick it up, and it's a really scary combo.
Yeah, just no need for it now. We are going to see just, you know, a little bit of an exchange at
Sonny
mid.
saw this push. Crystal is, yeah, his barrel is betraying him. He has to back off.
Yep, so the aggressive cat push from Crystal with his AWP not going to yield any results. But no harm, no foul. He'll just go ahead and back off. Still no damage exchange just yet. Just ENCE staging up, you know, with their 3 mids. Zart just kind of playing inside the B tunnels. Alu actually seems to be like doing a lot of peripheral roles on this team with the rifle that I've seen thus far this half. So that's kind of a bit different.
Yeah, he had one of the craziest triple spray transfers on this map yesterday that I've ever seen. I tweeted at him, he didn't respond. I was sad.
Waiting to see what ENCE wants to do here. Again, just still kind of in that 1-3-1 setup you're used to seeing. We do see them throwing a few nades here. They're maybe trying to clear some stuff out, and now they will actually push out mid. They had that smoke on CT spawn. Felix was trying to look over it.
Smoking on both sides of mid here. What are they going to try to do? They will slide up, but Felix, nicely done, hits the jump onto the box and will get himself well, 1 kill for it. Would have had that other one if David P wasn't there. But he wins his battle at the doors. Now Alu, kind of on the lurk roll, ends up in a 1 versus 2. Opportunity to actually catch Crystal out. Flash is going, and does spot him jumping into the window, but not expecting the repeat that quickly. Crystal will win it, and both ops to be preserved here, but Penta, I mean, not a super convincing round. It does go down to just 2 members surviving.
But it was mostly late round after the round already seemed kind of lost. I mean, the initial mid to B execute certainly got shut down by a player boosted in CT spawn, and also the B doors player, you know, picking up those first 2 kills of the real main execution of the round. So good defense by Penta. I have to say it is certainly odd seeing Alu playing more of a lurk role, or like more of a peripheral role at least. Maybe not like the actual lurker.
Well, from what we've seen, he's been good at it. Although I guess he did have the op in his hand a lot yesterday. Yeah. Easy to afford the double ops when you don't lose any rounds. But a trade comes out. David P over at middle brings down Zart. I'll get Felix up on catwalk. Felix has done pretty well so far. I mean, filling the shoes of Tapson, all right. He's up at the top of the scoreboard, 6 and 4, tied there with Crystal.
Look at this from David P.
And Standa.
Pushing all the way out.
They're both solo.
Yeah, exactly.
That maybe could backfire. Yeah. I don't know if that smoke... I mean, they each knew they were there, clearly, if he's going to be dropping a smoke like that, but it didn't do enough to allow him to escape.
It looks like Penta just going to try to see if they can't save these 2 ops. Obviously an expensive investment. Well, not really. They did take Standa's op from a few rounds ago, so they actually didn't have to even purchase the second op, but it's still very, very meaningful to be able to carry it over for free into the next round, so they will just concede it here. It means ENCE is going to go up now 5-3, so short of losing the pistol, ENCE has been pretty on point. They've only lost 1 real like gun round. That was the last round, and now they're going to reset the CT's economy, so it's almost like a double save outside of the 2 ops they'll save if they can in fact save both of them. So this is actually kind of a tough spot for Penta right now.
Shonda misses the shot, so Mike S can post up on that corner if he wanted to, but he won't. Shonda also backing off. No, he's coming back, maybe? I don't know. Everyone's kind of dancing around. No one looking to commit on this quite yet. Sonny's holding out in lower B. No one's going to push into this. And is their money really that tight? I mean, I guess it is. They're trying to build their money. Maybe not all that worried about the double ops. And I guess they realize the rest of Penta's not going to have anything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the rest of Penta's not going to have anything to work with for this round and the next, pretty much. So they really have to rely on these ops to, you know, do the work here, pick up some guns for them or something like that. We're going to see them cross a lot mid, trying to bait the shot from Shonda, waiting patiently, and he gets the hit on Mike S, but not the full deal.
And Crystal at the window getting pressured, this fast aggression. Oh, missing a shot there on Zart. Didn't expect him to double back into that smoke. Yeah, it did actually get him in the leg there in the end, but still didn't find the kill. So Zart and Mike S both have taken an op shot. Both are still alive, but it's ENCE with the bomb down. 5-1-4 post plant. Sonny Just lurking outside here out of the B tunnels, waiting on these players to come in. Nice little one tap there on the Tassin. That's pretty much the round as forfeit already. It's just Mike S and Crystal trying to hold on to these ops, which will be antiques if they make it to round 10.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, again, that's going to be the only two guns that they're going to have. So, like, this is obviously the right choice, just to back off and play kind of another round similarly. And you see if you make the ops work. Poor Felix.
I'd be so mad if I was Felix. I don't even know what happened right there.
I mean, it's like, come on, man. I'm going to get you.
Hey, Crystal, how good of an opera are you? Can you hit me on this cross? Oh, got him there. Still being pressured, though. They want to take him down. Crystal! Whoa, a little fadeaway. Op shot through the doors. Take that,
Yeah.
Alu.
So they save one op, but again, everyone else pretty much has to chill out with pistols, and that's just going to give ENCE
Alu taking the op. Is that because does he have a spawn? He does. Alu's got the long spawn, so Standa threw it over. Alu's going to go for this.
That's like perfect, right? To be able to do that with confidence that that guy's.
And they're coming for him too. Felix and Tassin are here. Pop flash going out. Alu blind takes the shot. Tassin spots him, and they will not pursue.
Alu passes the op back over there to Standa. They know that Felix and company are being really aggressive around long, so they're just kind of chilling back. Meanwhile, you know, just being in B tunnels, being at top mid, it's your typical stuff. Standa actually does spot David B a little bit. Start trying to chase after him, gonna find it, but again, not really a big deal. Just your typical D2 stuff right now.
Well, the wall pen values of that Deagle won out there on that mid exchange. But now Cat is about to fall. Felix still able to get one fadeaway P250 shots land on Sunny. 4-on-3. David P here still with the Deagle can maybe make the difference. He's a little concerned about people coming up long. We know that's not the case. Everyone on Cat with Alu lurking in lower B. Nice showing there from Kevin and David P. There it is. 2 kills. Standa now kind of locked in at the boxes. Alu can't lose that battle, but he does. Mike S. Nice play. Standa all alone. 1 versus 3. Goes for the Tech 9. Fight pistols with pistols. Fire with fire. Jumping all around, but David P with that Deagle. Too good.
That's a tough round to lose right there. I don't know. Again, it's odd. Like, I feel like with Alu, the kind of little player he is, you would want him more involved in executes. You know what I mean? Like, maybe being like the second or third guy in, but he was just holding out at middle the entire time, and his team just fell apart. I mean, not much he could have done, like David P just playing the A-ramp with the Deagle and just catching players completely off guard, but again, it'll be curious to see how his like role evolves on this team over time as they figure things out and have more time together.
Standa this time going to try his hand. That fire not burning. Leg is shown. Standa can't capitalize. He needs more caffeine.
All is default at this point. You see Hugo trying to see if he can check his close corners, make sure no one is right up on the doors. Also spamming catwalk, making sure no one's close there either. But Penta, you know, pretty neutral right now. Crystal just holding Cat with the op. Tossin anchoring A. Got a little bit of a crossfire. I mean, they look like they might do a late NOA.
I like it.
Not used to seeing it kind of this. Usually it's early round, right? So my
yeah, exactly. Stop the rush. But how does Standa even expect that? But I guess
if
with the
there's
nades
a
and the
smoke,
flashes that
check
came
it.
over.
I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't ever get lazy and look away from the smokes. Crystal holding up. Same position David P was in that last round, and will land one op shot. Nice headshot onto Sunny. Felix good for 2. He's been great from that ramp in a card position, killing the people coming over on catwalk. Big double kill on this round. Yuho was a killing machine early on, and left in a 1 versus 3. Already has a kill. Nice little hops off the catwalk. That will put him in CT spawn and in a position to maybe mess with Mike S. But Mike S is actually pushed back pretty passive into lower B, just watching the jump up on Cat. Or in this case, the push off of Cat. But Yuho, he does have the bomb, and he will somehow escape the perimeter.
Yeah, he'll get the plant down. Mike S is going to have a 1v1 against him here at B Tunnels. I think Gio did spot him. Yeah, he does, but he gets caught. So round is lost, but at least a bomb plant. A little bit of something for ENCE to hold on to. But I feel like ENCE's real big problem here is when they're attacking the A bomb side, they're not really doing anything to neutralize the A ramp position. Like, they don't really have the flashes hitting the way they want. They don't really have the smoke wall. Like, if you're going to attack from Cat and you can't control A ramp, that's why you usually see two teams just kind of drop 2 smokes there and just plant for a catwalk. But
or have someone drop off catwalk.
Yeah, exactly.
Ramp, but Felix has been too strong of a presence for that to work.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like if you're gonna keep trying to hit catwalk that way on A, which I mean is a popular thing to do, obviously, you got to find a way to neutralize that A ramp and corner player, whether it be like I said, a drop down the slope or just a better smoke wall on the site to block vision, to something. Otherwise, you know, you're just gonna have to straight out outduel your opponent, which they're not doing right now.
All right, so ENCE actually pretty low on money right now. Penta have earned themselves a bit of a breather here. Still some danger as the upgraded pistols and some utility. And those double ops that they saved quite a few times have started to make some of that difference. Oh, MLG through the smoke. Able to bring down Sunny. MLG has been taking his op over at middle and B. Crystal more so the A player. Couldn't get any more on the cross. One does get to the Xbox here on the B platform. David P at window now. Kind of the last line of defense on this site. And Shtanda's able to get in and he's going to start planting. So the bomb will go down. Alu. And actually it's Yuho who brings down MLG, who just decides to push through. But David P was not on the same page. He did not try to go in through the window at all. Alu's now got that locked down. Oh my gosh, those shots were just aimed a little too high.
Yeah, all you had to do was just hit one of those and David P was going down. Maybe you have yourself a 2-on-3 you actually pull out, but not going to happen. But ENCE are pretty consistent on getting these bomb plants, so they're keeping money flowing a little bit better. Op is going to be putting the play onto Standa again. He is going to just be at mid, I suppose. I don't really have a spawn for anything else. See if he maybe gets a little bit of a duel against MLG.
So ENCE definitely running into a lot more resistance on Dust 2 today against Penta.
Right.
They looked like an unstoppable force yesterday.
Again, though, they didn't play T-side.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
A little bit harder to be destroying people with double op on their side of this map, especially when they haven't even invested into it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't tried. I mean, it can definitely slow things down. Dust 2, though, is one of the maps where you can still do it. I just don't think the money's
really been there.
Yeah, and the money maybe hasn't been there all that. I mean, they had a string of 4 rounds. Like, they could have thrown it in that.
I think that was a situation, though, where, like, Alu already had an AK and didn't want to, like, didn't want to drop it for
if it
an
ain't broke, don't fix it. No one was even dying. Also,
No.
I don't know. I think having to rely on double ops all the time can actually be a bit of a bad habit, as it is an expensive one. So maybe trying to veer away from that.
Well, they are going to do the drop down, so that does...
Yeah, so they have adapted this strat. But Felix is watching this, and it's smoked off. Sunny will have to push through it. I don't think he's going to, yeah. I think that's the better call. Don't worry about CT. Just try to get up and challenge a player at long, which will be Crystal. Felix from behind, but he's going to get flashed. Might have even flashed himself right there. Crystal peeks out, so Sunny caught in that crossfire. But this has allowed and put more pressure on the ramp in CT ramp and A ramp players. So the bomb goes down, and it's a 3-on-3 post plant, retreating off into the catwalk. But every player on Mute coming up this range, more or less. Yuho, Standa, Alu, all peeking out, all hitting their shots, and ENCE find another round.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that was exactly what we were calling ENCE to do. Find some way to neutralize that player playing the corner or A ramp, which was David P with the Deagle in the past, but now it's Crystal with the AWP, and they did that. They forced Crystal to kind of fade back more towards long A, not really be able to take the picks watching the cat crossover, and I think that actually made the world of difference. It allowed ENCE to actually get into a site and get a bomb plant and then pay post plant, which they are pretty smart in their post plant situations. Like, they seem pretty well disciplined in those scenarios. And so, you know, it's about getting to those spots, though, and they did that time. Ooh.
Oh, Crystal! Nice shot. Gets Alu through the doors as he lands on that car. But Alu really low already. It still remains 5-on-5. We'll see where the first kill does actually come. Looks like Felix has really rotated heavy onto the mid presence for this round. Just leaving Crystal, and it's actually Tassin at A this time.
Alright, so we're going to see Yuho and Sunny actually go ahead and start working up cat. They're going to start putting their smokes there. I think this is going to be mid to B, though. I think this is just kind of getting their attention in that area, but I feel
Penta
like
set
they
up
might even
for.
fall back. Yeah, exactly. Felix is here, up in the close corner. And Zart has that bomb going tunnel, so yeah, this is definitely going to be mid to B, no doubt.
If they're going to add that extra layer of complexity, though, and drop off the catwalk, that puts more pressure on the CT player. That's definitely the play to make, and Sunny is doing it. He's going to drop down. He might be responsible. Oh, Mike S opts him out of the equation. Mike S gets 2. Standa, though, comes back with that trade, so it remains 3-on-3. Remember, Alu low from earlier on in the round, and David P exploiting a little bit of gap in that smoke. Being right underneath it. Now he's got the bomb, and for his control, he will throw that and trying to bounce it a little in front of the smoke, but unfortunately, it just gets extinguished immediately. So the bomb to be grabbed here by Standa. If a gun was out, might have just been able to kill those players with the spray down once that bomb disappeared. Even still, it's just some more money for ENCE. Standa will have to work pretty hard if he wants to win a 1v3, and David P. Big play. A couple big rounds for him. Of course, the one when he had the deagle over in the A site, and then here in B, able to get 3 kills.
Just obviously Stana not expecting it to be like a double B tunnels flank on the retake there. Once he had that first kill, he thought he just had to focus outside the site, but a little bit of a wrong read.
That's paused? I was gonna say, why would you take your...
I'm not sure if it was like
no reason to pause going
issue.
into the last round. You only get 1 per map.
Issue. Someone's having some issues with TeamSpeak or headphones or something like that, but we're all tied up now, 7-all. We've had ENCE like had some success on gun rounds, but we've also seen PENTA be able to fight it back, like that round, for example, where they were able to put up a good stop, despite the fact what ENCE did was actually pretty crafty and well coordinated.
Or Tassin is just really sick, apparently.
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
Taking a quick moment
spaghetti
to vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Mom's spaghetti gave him food poisoning dust.
Yeah.
Well,
these weakened arms are heavy, man.
At least they live in a country where they get healthcare, so got that going for them.
Damn. Getting political in here, dude.
Yeah, we'll stop it at that. Well, I mean, that kind of explains what's going on. 5-11, he doesn't have the best numbers, but now we know why. That being said, I mean, Felix, who was the big unknown, David P. also, who I hadn't really seen him play yet. Didn't get a chance to scout him out in those PGL minor qualifiers, but also putting on a good show, and Crystal's been hitting some nice op shots. All in all, a pretty good team effort. Like 3 kill difference between all the healthy members of the Penta Sports team. So far on ENCE, Sunny's a little down there, only 4-11 right now. Standa started off really strong, is starting to kind of level out. He's 11-8, and Yuho, he did get a lot of his initial kills on those anti-eco cleanup rounds, but even still, 14-9. He's been a good presence. Has had a couple rounds where he has found, even on that rifle round, he got 2 entries and then jumped down CT spawn, killed 2 more people. So he's been pulling his weight.
Yeah, I still can't help. I know this is like still really early on, man, obviously, because this team has barely been together at all. But I still feel almost like Alu's not really in the right position to have his biggest impact the way he's been playing so far. I'd really rather see him much more involved, like in the earlier part of an execute, rather than like holding off a rotate or being like a peripheral player. That's just whenever he was like a star caliber player, it was when he had an op in his hands. I mean, I understand that that's kind of what Standa's doing. That's understandable. And we did see how Alu was able to still be a really good player with a rifle back when he used to play alongside Chris J on Mouse Sports. You know, he was even still not being able to tote the op full time there, but still, like I said, have a huge presence. So I think you have to figure out a way to have Alu more involved though on this team.
Yeah, it's called CT side.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like I said, I think on terrorist sides, he should be more a part of the pack rather than a peripheral role.
Our producer's like, everyone in this tournament is sick. That's because half the teams at this tournament were just at a LAN, and well, people tend to get sick after LANs.
Yeah,
gotta wash your hands before you touch your mouse.
I thought that was going somewhere else.
Oh my God, Zart, you're gonna make me throw up. I gotta go. I'll be back. I gotta go puke.
Enjoying tossing over there.
Yeah.
And the Vase. I'll do it that way since he's German.
Yeah, okay.
What? That's how you say it.
Yeah, it was a little weird sounding.
Okay.
More like they say, I guess. Well, it's just WC, water closet. They just say the 2 letters in the German alphabet. So I got you. I understood.
Don't you speak even better German than I do?
Could be a while. What?
I thought you spoke better German than me.
Yeah, I understood what you meant.
Oh,
It
okay.
just sounded
I got
weird.
you. It's fine.
I just
Or
say
Tossin must
toiletta.
really be letting that toilet have it, man.
Yeah, well, the man probably feels like shit, so
Yeah, it's understandable.
sucks.
It's already, and it's a pretty bad situation too if he's sick and you're missing one of your starting five. But they've made do. I mean, they're in this game.
Yeah, and I mean they've played pretty well, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you looked at ENCE yesterday; they were dominant. Maybe a little scared coming into it, missing your player, being sick, but they've put up a fight here. Again, like you said, ENCE didn't really have to play T-side yesterday, but we'll see what happens when they flip around. I still don't think it's going to be just ENCE dominating completely once they get to the CT side. I mean, maybe if they win the pistols and go straight into the double ops. I mean, the double op from Standa and Alu was pretty insane. And now it looks like Tossin is back, but ENCE, someone might have run off to do something. What's our third map? Or it's not third map. Third series for the day. Because I know one of the quarterfinals is going to be tomorrow. It's Ancient EFrag we have coming up next.
Yes, that is the last match of the day, which will come probably directly after this. I would imagine we might have like a short break in between, but yeah, we will end the day with that Ancient, which will be cool because we'll get to see the debut of that new lineup that Pronax put together. See if it is of any value there in the Swedish scene. And they'll be up against EFrag, who's a team that looked decent at the minor, just fell short of qualifying through that route.
Yeah, and I assume, since again it's still qualifying for the same thing, that they won't be able to use Dreamer, so it'll be with Punisher, but I forget exactly who they were in. I think they interviewed NKL. He said Punisher was adapting pretty quickly. So I mean that's good. Dreamer was a pretty big part of that team. Victor and Dreamer were generally the guys to kind of pick up and carry that team.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they did pretty well at the minor. I mean they fell short against Hellraisers in the finals, that's for sure.
Yeah,
But
and they lived up to the expectation too. I looked at that, all the teams there, and I'm like, surely the finals will just be Hellraisers EFrag, depending on how the brackets pan out. Then I saw the brackets. I'm like, yep, Hellraisers EFrag will be in the finals. I was not really sure who was going to win it, given Hellraisers, bringing in some newer members like Stiko and Zero, but they performed well. Oscarish is pretty nuts, or Oscar, whichever Oscar is on Hellraisers. Here we go. Tassin floating around the smoke. And they're going straight up with the catwalk. Something we've seen a lot from them. It's been getting shut down a little bit by Felix and Crystal. And they will actually drop this time.
with low utility,
Felix saves the day. Take it away, Dust.
Yep, so we are going to have the bomb planted here. 3-on-3 situation. They just had to be quick with these pistols, see if they could make something happen. Tossin actually gets a team kill. Oh, no. They still have a 2 versus 1, so I think they still have a good chance at this here. Donda is smoked off. Bomb ticking away. I think that at this point, yeah, okay, they're going to be able to get back to it in time. So they get it 8-7 half here for Penta. So, I mean, do you think instant enough there? 7 on the T side, is that enough?
Probably, based on the CT sides that we saw from them yesterday, it'll be
That's true.
fine. But they did not really do too good of a job neutralizing Felix, who was on that CT slope or the A ramp or just playing at long or a car. Like every single time, he came up with a double kill when they went for that cat execute onto A. And he saved the crap out of Crystal because they dropped. Crystal was unaware, but Felix killed one long, then turns around and saves the day back at A. Felix showed up. Well played from him.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. I mean, we didn't really know how Penta would be able to fare without their normal 5, and then having a player sick and all that good stuff. But that was definitely a good CT side. I mean, for this map that does lean a little bit more T sided. To be able to get 8 from the CT is definitely where you want to be. It's certainly respectable. ENCE yesterday just absolutely destroyed Method from their CT side on Dust 2 with that double out setup of Alu and Standa. But that's also predicated on the fact that they were able to get a big economy and be able to afford that. I mean, if Penta can get them early enough in the second half to where they can't roll out that double op, they could run into some trouble. But that wasn't all that was working for them yesterday. I mean, obviously, like, Yuho was like really, really good at playing that long A position and like holding off opposition there. So they definitely had some of the things going for them as well on their CD side yesterday. But this is a little bit of a tougher challenge, I think. Despite that they're not using their full 5, I think that this should be a little bit more talent to deal with.
Well, into the pistol round now, flipping things. Ends to the CT side, Penta on the T side. The pause took a while. I can't actually quite remember what happened on the pistol round, if there was any big... Oh yeah, Felix, again, that's where he started off at Car. He hit those 2 shots, so he was a big man to watch on the pistol round. Maybe we'll be the same thing here. See how ENCE wants to set things up. As there's kind of a lot of options for your CT side pistol. It's like they'll stay pretty standard. Shonda's going to spot up middle, and they'll put early long control and 2 over into B.
Yeah, and Standa will actually even get over to Xbox here and peek into lower B, where he will spot one. He'll be able to fall back, smoke up on top of the Xbox. Now he's just watching the cross, jumping back, and they are going to attack him in mid.
Yeah, Shonda, nicely done. Makes the informational play, gets away without taking any damage. And it was Penta lined up early on at the B tunnels as a 5-man push, but now they've taken this back to an A take. And a nice little banked nade there from Sunny's going to do a lot of damage. He will go down killless, but Crystal and David pretty low as a result. Shonda, nice little fadeaway as he retreats back into CT. He takes down Crystal. So ENCE with a 4-on-3 right now. MikeS lurking around, and this is massive if he finds it. The Glock almost paying dividends because of how many bullets it has. David P is able to come and clean that up. Shonda, nice shot on this retake. He takes down Tassin, and it's David P. They know where he is. They can definitely expect him cat or CT. Now he's been spotted at by the players on barrels, and Yuho's really low, but he's playing barrels, right? You can only see his face, and he will not be denied the kill.
Yeah, so big retake there from ENCE. It didn't look so hot when you saw MikeS, like, you know, cutting off the rotate there in double doors, but I think it was maybe Yuho who actually got him out of there, and then we saw them be able to control the A-bomb site from there, leaving it up just to David P, who couldn't get it done. Bomb was planted for him, but just couldn't find the kill. And so now we're all tied up, 8-8. We're going to see ENCE go ahead and get a couple SMGs, a couple of FAMAS, 1 scout here on the Standa. We are going to see him get the tag on the David P to kick off the round, and I think he knows, and oh yeah, that nade should finish the job. There it is. And he tags another.
He knows it too, just going back in with that 5-7. Sunny, nice little nade. Oh, we'll spot MikeS dropping, but can't really deal with it because of this push coming up on the A platform. They've passed the elbow there. Yuho, though, with that coming back to save the day. Will just be Crystal. Found himself a scout. Let's see what he can do with that. Maybe just cause some more damage. Already, the round is moderately successful, taking down 2 players.
It's true. I was thinking that cat drop down the CT spawn was going to be like a bigger factor in that round for Penta, but it wound up getting cleaned up before it could pose any real threat. And so ENCE will skate on to 9-8. Did lose a couple of players, as you said, which might force some rebuying. I wonder if Standa will get the op now. Yeah, he will actually just go ahead and go straight to the AWP, like I guess a round earlier, but not even really because the AKs are already out this round.
Yeah, that bomb plant first round forced their hand. Yuho will stay on with the ump though, but good armor pin values for a submachine gun. And where will he take it? Looks like he might slide over and just play a more aggressive spot, maybe a cheeky angle there at long.
He was doing this all day yesterday with some good success, so I'm not surprised to see him.
He was a ninja yesterday.
Yeah. Kind of curious what Penta's gonna approach here. I mean, it seems like there's really not too much variation on how this map is played. It's pretty much mid B, cat drop down, big cat cross, strong long A push. I mean, it's pretty much typical stuff. Hard to read because this is exactly what you want. You want to clear stairs, get that first level of cat, and from here you can do whatever it is you want, right? So we'll see what they choose to do.
Yeah, it really just depends on the team whether they prefer the A splits or B splits.
But it's always important to push that guy back off stairs and like deny information on where you are, Cat.
Oh, I like this. So putting those smokes down to give them a long avenue of safety. They doubled those smokes. Don't really have one for the site, so if Standa slides out, that could be a trouble. Oh, Alu at the headshot box gets so flashed, and Zart in the back of sight just taken out. Felix. Nice entry kills. David P as well involved, and I assume Standa might want to save. They, you know, CT's forced to upgrade in the third round. That really stretches their money thin, so the saves here are important.
Yeah, I mean, Mike S didn't even need to be a factor in that round, man. Like, he certainly could have been the way he was just hiding inside the smoke from the cat cross. He could have easily, you know, caught the rotation when it was going CT spawn or something like that and really just kind of, you know, been an exclamation point on the round, but it wasn't necessary. I mean, Felix and company just stormed out mid B and just completely destroyed all the defense that was at mid and B. I mean, not even hardly any damage dealt. Oh, really just clean round there from Penta. They won't lose a single member on the round. Except for maybe hunting Standa.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm surprised they don't. I mean, you had 5 people survive. Surely you can afford a person to go down. I mean, yeah, money is not fantastic, but getting that op would have been nice. And where is this money coming from? ENCE is still able to pull out another op?
Well, I mean, Alu was pretty conservative with his money.
Yeah, actually, I think maybe Yuho dropped it because he didn't upgrade off that and if he got any kills for 600 bucks,
yep,
that's probably where the Mr. Moneybags was. And Standa with an op. That one they expect, and okay, Tassin nicely done. He, like I said, he is that entry fragger. Generally plays very well. A little sick today, but nice shot there, 4-on-4.
Yeah, Alu's still with this op inside the window, looking to see if anyone's going to cross on the platform. Not happening just yet, and everyone's gathering up now. Before the bomb can even come in and plant, we already have a full rotation from ENCE, and they're trading pretty equally, and now they're coming through the smoke. But it's not working out. Tossin's just been an absolute monster this round.
Yeah, wow.
Thought that would work better for ENCE.
That 8-bit music kit is awesome. I don't think our producer has the music kits on, but that one's tight. I'd buy it if I had any money. Yeah, Standa just not having the same opping performance like yesterday. Yesterday he would have hit 4 shots right there, but instead gets one, and Tassin just immediately gives him a quick peek and a one-tap, and Alu comes in.
Got nothing.
Yeah, looking kind of like hedging his bets with his crosshair placement between Plat and the double box, but aiming way too high when the reality was the man was at double box, so he misses his shot and the round falls apart.
Bottom line is, as tight as the money was, that was a huge investment to go 2 ops, and it just didn't pay off at all. And
Penta might not know that there was 2, though. They might think Alu just picked up Standa's op that dropped, so they might not even know exactly how dire of a situation ENCE are in.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Like, when you want to do that type of double up setup, if it doesn't work out, especially on a round where you're kind of forcing anyway, yeah, it can be detrimental effects on your economy and your morale going forward if it doesn't pan out, and it just didn't. So now, I mean, Penta's in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, I'd say that round hurt pretty bad, right?
Oh, yeah.
2 ops and pistols. They were like, how good were we yesterday, guys? These ops were everything for us, and then they just got wrecked on that round where they had the 2 ops, and those 2 ops got 1 kill. That was it. But Alu, on the sports buy with a 5-7, does find a headshot. Mike S, meanwhile, is planting on A, which was left pretty undefended.
Yeah, and they will pass the AK over to Alu, who does the only one with head armor on the team right now. So they may even take a crack at this retake. I'm not sure. Maybe they're just going to save the AK on Alu and send everyone else with pistols. But no, they're gathering up for this. They're going to go for it.
Mike S. ENCE in a familiar situation. How many times did they have to run this distance when they were on the T side and it didn't work out? Now on the CT side with pistols trying to close the gap, and it's the same people killing them. It's Felix and David P. And actually Tassin had the op there for a second since Crystal fell.
There you have it. Penta up 11-9. No money for an op still for ENCE. I don't even think they'll buy anything, actually. I think they'll just go with the upgraded pistols here. So this is, you know, Penta's opportunity to start kind of steaming out ahead, building up their own bank for the rest of this map. So ENCE really struggling today in comparison to yesterday.
Also,
helpful, though.
So your dog jumped back in your camera frame, and now I realize that your dog's prediction of the first series was actually correct.
Yeah.
Looks like you might be onto something there, Dust. You forgot to do it for this one.
That's true.
Well, bring back the dog prediction for the next Best of 3 series.
I will do that.
As Yuho here at long has locked it down. Yuho is also such a monster. You kind of pointed it out earlier, locking down long in previous rounds. Actually, no, he's not even at the one at long. It's Sunny and Standa here on this round. Yuho is up on Cat, where he finds that first kill on the David P.
So, AK is going to be in play now for ENCE because of that, and we'll see if they can get anything else with it. Looks like he is just going to be holding like an A rotation position right now. Just kind of spotting a cat cross from elevator. Meanwhile, Alu and Zart playing inside the B bomb site, and they will be tested. It looks like we are seeing Penta gathering up their forces inside tons here. All four, in fact. We'll see if they can put up the hold of this.
Yeah, I mean, if Zart hits any like headshots from that range, they'll be pretty low, maybe a little distracted, maybe more tunnel vision that could allow Alu, who's hiding out in that closet. But nope, not the case. Mike S immediately destroys Zart, and they will check the corners. Crystal with the AK, actually. Maybe Mike S the more T-sided opper, and perhaps that's why. What a peek and a headshot onto Yuho. Sunny and Standa left to pick up the pieces, and they're pretty heavy.
And they'll pick up an AK though, so they'll be able to bring that over to the next round. They should have enough money to even double op again if they so choose. But they need to make that next round count, because if they do decide to reinvest again into something heavy like double ops, and it doesn't pan out, and they're like stuck saving again, basically, that's when all of a sudden Penta's just like starting to run away with the game. You know, moving up to like 14-9 or something like that. So ENCE really needs to make this next round count.
That they do. Not used to playing from the back foot like they were yesterday.
Yeah.
That HLTV community was quick to sing their praises, but that same community will be really quick to turn their backs if they take a result that is.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with this community, man. I don't know if it's because of how big betting is and stuff, but I feel like people either direction though, right? Like horribly negative or horribly positive over like one result. You know, like you got to give it some time. Even if ENCE loses this series and they get eliminated from the tournament, you still can't like go like overly in the other direction negatively either.
Agree. It could just be that it's large and different people are vocal on the different results, but who knows? I'd like to think people aren't that wishy-washy. But Shanda's gone down, and you know, not a good start to a rifle round. That I mean, the distance is starting to stack up. This could be 4 rounds, and Tassin's got himself out middle. There's a man in window waiting, but Tassin's going to get flashed in, try to go through that smoke, and he does not get the kill, but he buys enough time. That let Felix get through tunnels, and then Felix is spotted at tunnels. Crystal sneaks in through the window, finds a kill onto Alu, so well timed on all their pushes in the B site. They take it and maintain a man advantage.
And now like Uo has been able to pick up Standa's op. He's just holding it in CT spawn. Sunny looking for exits outside the B tunnels here, and so it will be 13-9 for Penta. Judging from the money, they could put together some type of buy here as long as both these guns get held on to by Sunny and Hugo. Actually, they're kind of going for this now. It's a 2-on-2, so they're starting to push themselves in here. There's still a hope. Sunny gonna spot one out the car, misses his kill though. Is Hugo gonna commit? Is he going to commit? No, I think now he'll go ahead and start falling back and saving that op if he can.
Oh, the
man
man
peeked by a window. And I mean, that's always unfortunate, right? Like when you're in an awkward situation where you're thinking, okay, we're probably just going to say these guns to get exits, but then Sunny gets a kill, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, wait a second, we have a 2-on-2, we could win this. And then you start going for it, and it doesn't pan out, and then you lose out on your original intent of saving guns, and now you're like in a really tight spot. They still do get one op out in Standa, but now you got CZ on Huho, you got 2 FAMAS. Like this is just not a good situation to be in if you're ENCE.
Gus gets to that corner first, but the flash will come over before anyone peeks. So long control now taken. Oh wow, Zart doesn't know it, but maybe he does after the 2 nades came out, realizing he might have hit some people. Crystal super low, down to 22 HP. There was a nade to throw. Probably could have got that kill in the end, but ENCE and on very little utility, a couple smokes which were already thrown, and everyone with their flashes. 1 kit on Yuho, who also only has a CZ.
And they're gonna go on mid B again. Sunny is gonna be in CT spawn. There's 2 in B as well, but they get that smoke out on CT spawn. It's just gonna be up to Alu and Zart, and they have not really been that successful in defending these mid to B splits at all, man.
The smokes go down, so that'll close off Shonda's opping avenue to help out. Sunny will also have to decide to push through this. Alu's going to peek out of the window, trying to get these guys to just start running up. When is Sunny going to strike? Now Sunny's coming out, and Alu went out the window. Nicely done. That's bombed down, actually, on the outside of that B wall. Felix gets the kill. They've got B, but man advantage for ENCE, and obviously the bomb down in the favor of the CTs here. They're going to have to try to take control back B middle. B2 middle, rather.
That's a big round to win for ENCE because, again, we had saw like earlier in this half they had really been struggling to deal with these mid to B type plays, but that round they do so pretty efficiently. I mean, they lost like a member here or there, but they held off the bulk of that attack really well. Still plenty of money though here on Penta to make a full purchase this round. If they lose this one though, they might be on a save. So if ENCE can win this round, they'd actually be well on their way to a tie. But they have to worry about their own economy being reset right now also. That's the other big thing they have to keep an eye on. They lose this thing, Penta pretty much goes to match point.
Well, there's some very, very blind people over here at Long. Crystal does finally take down Sunny. Has been spotted. Yuho retreating also into the smokes. Hasn't taken really any damage from that, but Crystal comes out on top there at Long. Long control belonging now to Penta as well as the man advantage. Great position to find themselves in. Tassin going back for some of that late round cat stairs control. And no one really defending that here except for Shonda with the op.
Right. So, you have long A control here for Penta. Crystal inside, Pit in fact. An AK. Op still on Mike S, who's kind of patrolling over towards mid. We're going to see them change gears a little bit here. Looks like they want to do an A split. Pretty heavy long A as well. It's going to be all up to Stonda, who does have that op on the A platform, but there's really nothing to stop Cat. Like Yuho and Alu are both focused on these double doors, so if they decide to do this long A Cat split, Stonda is going to have to just have a huge individual effort here.
Yeah, I mean, he might be able to stop Cat, but this long push is coming up, and it's silent. They're so close already.
He took so much damage from that fire.
He's also burning alive. He's able to drop back, though, and that's really the smartest play he could have made.
Yes.
It was either back off and be passive or put down a 1v5 ace clip. Like, those were his two options. He went for definitely the more realistic one.
Absolutely. I have a 4-on-4 though, post-win situation. ENCE needs to like make this work, otherwise they're eco next round. It's like map point Penta, so let's see if they can get it done.
All right, well, Alu will drop off to retake. Oh, spotting that. Oh, pulled out an nade too. Crystal getting a bit of a freebie there, and Tassin and Goose still holding on. Shonda trying to get him out of position, and Yuho. Did he just hit a jumping AK shot from the ramp onto Tassin, who was all the way back in Goose? I think he might have. Either that or he ran up the ramp. Now Yuho pushing and pressuring. That's going to be Shonda taken out by that headshot. And Mike S not going to be denied, landing another one and proving to be a pretty capable opper here himself.
That was actually really down to the wire. Like, Yuho almost held Mike S off long enough for the defuse to come in, but just didn't quite hit the shot. Really well done by Mike S there on the end from Pit to lock that thing up for Penta. And now it's 14-10. Again, as we were talking about, not a whole lot of money on ENCE to prevent Penta from going to match point, but they will force up what they can, which basically means they're going to get two kind of like mixed, like really low tier buys to try to stay alive in this match.
Yo, Chemical Green with flipside stickers. That buys on is awesome. Style points for Crystal. And B site also taken for his team, that is Penta.
So,
have some fire.
Yeah, it's not looking good here. I mean, they're not even... I feel like you just gotta hold on to this mech. No, they're not holding on to anything. Wow. Yeah, and they're not gonna have anything to work with really next round either.
Alright, well, Yuho making it painful maybe, but what's the money situation for the CTs right now? As you were saying, needing to hold on to stuff. It's yeah, it's awful. And they just reset in that last round. Round 23 they won. Now they've only got a 2-round loss bonus coming into this.
You almost wonder, as close as they were, if they should have just played for OT and took like a save there. Or at the very least, once they lost their first two guys at B, just back off and save the 3 guns they had. Something like that. Because now you just have 2 like really terrible buys in the end of this game. Looks like Penta's going to take this one, man.
Yeah, it really does. Based on the money now and what we've been seeing throughout this game, Penta in a great position to strike back. Map 2 is cash, to remind anyone that maybe just is joining us. ENCE doesn't really have much data as a squad, and as a team so far actually don't have a map on cache. I'm sure they're okay, but as for Penta, it is one of their best maps, and here they are winning on Dust 2. Not one of their best maps. A map they do play a lot, but don't often put up great results on. So I mean, it's possible Penta could 2-0 this, and that would shock a lot of people. It would shock me.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely kind of favored ENCE here a little bit, especially given the fact that I didn't see Penta with their starting 5. I really thought ENCE was going to have a good one here on Dust 2, but not the case unless they can figure out a way to win this 3 versus 4 and keep this map going along a little bit. We're going to see Penta trying to traverse that bomb back through tunnels over to the B bomb site, where it is Zart just kind of playing inside the site. And Stonda's not even really going to be in a spot to rotate to help him out, so he really just has to have a big individual effort here with this 5-7, but only with 20 HP. Not looking good.
Yeah, Zart really low. And there are incendiaries. One I would expect might make its way back here, or it'll just peek in and there's 4 people looking at him. You saw that some of the people had incendiaries out the throw. Now they don't need to. Shonda's still close, can make a difference with the Mag 7. Can they get past it? Sometimes it can be tough. They're going to go up top. Shonda able to get 2. Still not going to be enough. Yuho left with a very difficult 1v2. 41 HP for him, no kit. Oh, I'm not planted yet. Actually, if he can stop the plant, he can keep the dream alive. It gets it to the 1v1 now. David P does not have a lot of time. Oh my gosh. What was that?
Yeah, so...
Fake plant to bait the push through the smoke.
Yeah, so I mean, looking at this game as a whole, when you look at the first half, it was pretty even, right? I mean, this is a map that's decently balanced, maybe a slight T leaning. So yeah, maybe ENCE probably should have hoped for better than 7 rounds, but given the fact that they lost Pistol, getting 7 actually isn't really that bad. There was like a couple of rounds they probably also could have added to that, but first half, like I said, it was just kind of inconclusive, right? It didn't really give us a clear indication of who was going to take this thing, but when you flip sides, given how strong ENCE looked yesterday on the CT side, compare it to today, where they even won Pistol, you know, they were doing all the right things, but then they lose that opening gun round after they invest in double op. I mean, they get their money reset off the back of that. Just, they got put in such a tough spot. And you saw there at the end as well, they got their money reset again on the 8th round of the second half. Last 2 rounds of the game, they didn't even really have anything to work with. So, I mean, their economy just really got to them bad in the second half. They just couldn't do anything similar to what they did yesterday on the CT side.
Yeah, and their loss wasn't for a lack of Yuho trying. I mean, Yuho almost had 30 kills. He was 28 and 18. I know he did get a fair amount on some of those anti-eco rounds and whatnot, but that is crazy. Penta winning both pistols. Yeah. They win both pistols, but they didn't actually get the clean 3 rounds from it. It was round 3 of both halves, and kind of striking back, and that's actually how they built their streak in both halves. Oh no, sorry, that was the same situation for both teams. Both won the CT pistols. My mistake, but it was round 3. That's where both teams had their streak on the T side after breaking that CT money. So it seems like this was pretty hard fought in terms of just the economy of the CT side.
That, and you had 3 players no-show for ENCE this game, including who's supposed to be their star player, Alu. I mean, I know that Zart's like had his issues. He's more of like a supportive player. Don't put up a lot of crazy numbers. But you know, the fact that your star player
Sunny wasn't there at all.
Negative, and yeah, Sunny 8 and 20. That's just unacceptable. So yeah, I mean, a combination of having economic problems throughout the second half, combination of players just not really showing up for ENCE the same way they did yesterday. You know, that combination of factors, and the fact that Penta did well, and Felix stepping in was their top fragger. You know what I mean? So
Tapson, maybe you took a bad time to take vacation. You might find yourself replaced when you get back.
I don't know, man. He can come be our observer for the future.
Yeah, that's
true.
He
has filled in time to time. But anyway, guys, we are going to take a quick break here. But when we come back, we are going to have map 2, which is going to be Cache. See if it'll end there in a 2-0 series. If not, we do have Mirage for a 3rd map. And of course, even further later on, after this series is over, pretty much directly afterwards, we are going to have the debut of that ancient roster with, you know, Pronax, Twist, and Schneider and company. I guess like the return of the old Fnatic, our 3/5 of it at least, between Pronax, Schneider, and Devilwalk. So, yeah, we'll be able to see them play in about an hour or so, or like I said, directly after this best of 3. So, yeah, stay tuned, folks. We'll be back in just a bit.